Okay, so today is Sunday, June the 6th. I'm recording what's going on with the case, or at least our case. Interesting enough, all night long, none of us sleep. We actually stood awake until 9 in the morning, in and out to the bathroom pretty much. But because of that time, I kept going back and forth with Pinterest and kind of communicate with whatever the post on Pinterest. And of course, the whole bunch of the memes who play the presidents, the role of the presidents or the role of other politicians. Anyway, the one thing is for sure, they really protecting the Viking, um, even though they're attacking me. But it appears that the politicians are um, protecting these people. Again, I'm very disappointed when it comes to HealthNet fraud. I know they settled with veterans case, but whatever happened to the individual Medicare supplement case, there's no doubt there are frauds in there. But it seems like it just got maybe placed under the rug. This HealthNet case is carried through three presidency. It started out with President Obama while he was serving his second term. Um, that's when I was discovering about the fraud. Led to transfer over President Trump. For 4 years, nothing happened, and then now went to President Biden. But maybe President Biden is lucky because they did solve the case, but at least just for the veterans, the HealthNet did not meet the contract. But whatever happened to the individual Medicare supplemental plan that works like a managed care, like an HMO, or indemnity services? That particular case seems to be under the rug. Now, I don't know what happened to the second rank of the FBI agent. Uh, it appears that he's no longer there, somebody else. I was hoping that the case was reopened and maybe they can reinvestigate it. But you know what? My hope with the Department of Justice, frankly, is very minimal. I have been let down since 2015, since I first reported with them. When they made the noise that they joined the gang, which is the people in San Diego, and the group of the dentists where they're harassing me, in 2017 and carry all the way through midterm election with the Vikings viciously attacking me. I mean, all these are documented on my phone and also in the Pinterest if anybody cared to even do any forensic. But I doubt they're going to do it. I mean, they're together. Um, so that HealthNet thing is really a good example of white collar criminals. Um, these people have power. Um, Not much you really can do. Even the people in the agency, I mean, I really am admire the man, the woman um, in the fraud department fighting healthcare fraud. Um, but then again, that's always the level on top, you know. Uh, Sometimes they seize the investigation and sometimes whatever. But just like the Mr. Ray, the one who can fire him is Mr. President Biden, President Biden. So, but why would they fire Mr. Ray? Because obviously he did a good job, and I think the reason Mr. Ray is still here because I think President Biden don't want to repeat the same uh, thing like President Trump did with James Comey. So, but anyway, this is totally politics. What I'm disappointing is that I was hoping through my ordeal of suffering for the last 6 years, severe harassment, humiliation, embarrassment, accusations, continue watching me, but yet these white collar criminals got away with it thanks to some slick lawyers who knows the rules too well. I mean, they even boasted on Pinterest, then know the rules too well where you can break them without getting caught, basically. So they use all the loopholes. So basically, they already let me know that I'm not going to win the case. That pretty much last night, the way they say it, there are you know, especially that particular woman, Michelle, that called me, used the word pussy to harass me like I'm some kind of sexual predator or something like that. But they actually protecting her, and I think she could be a cop who lives in Santa Ana. I don't quote on it, but there is one family in Santa Ana because it seems like all my paperwork sent over there. Um, but obviously, I was hoping that I do have an organized gang stalking case. I don't know this case here currently at court. Are they against me or are they against the criminals who involve? I don't think it's for organized gang stalking. Um, I don't think that is the case, though. I hope I can. I don't know if they can press charge them, but now looking back, they're protecting Virgo. They're protecting anybody who harassing me, who do the wrong thing to me, to prove that I am at fault. I am this. I am that. Um, so then mention a lot about Aquarius. Aquarius obviously is Mr. Bloomberg horoscope sign. Um, Gemini is, of course, President Trump horoscope sign. I don't know who Libra is. Could be President Obama. I haven't checked, but I know President Biden is Scorpion. But then again, quote unquote, these are not real present communicate. These are just the paid poster who try to either get more groping at me, see how I feel, whatever. And it's just a meme. But their goal is to remove me out of the care for my sister with Down syndrome as an in-home support services caregiver. Um, I don't know what their decision, but frankly, I don't really give a shit either way. Um, but they better not use me as an abuse of my sister or the sexual predator because I will fight teeth and nail. And if I had to bring out all the dirt against them, I will. Um, but the fact is that that check is just not make a big deal in my life. I mean, I took care of my sister without that kind of amount of money before. But I don't like the force behind it, where you are innocent and they use you, they abuse you, then they push you in the corner, then they act like it's all your fault when the Justice Department is supposed to protect you, but end up protecting the criminals, the white collar criminals, the the Vikings, the gang cop. I'm frankly very disappointed. But then again, I'm a color citizen. Though yeah, I am American citizen, but I'm color skinned yellow. So it kind of made me think like, okay, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna play the race card because, you know, I am living a very blessed life. Even though I'm not rich, and I'm at the place where my sister is more important to me than any type of career, and to be forced in the corner, and then when you don't accept it, then they tempt you, assassinate your character. I don't know why, based on their fears, because they might want to put me away so they don't have to worry about the election, which side I'm going to come up and support. Um, that's ridiculous. I think it's more like a mind game they're playing. I mean, if they have to base on me for that, then they already lost the game before they even started. They need to hire another campaign manager, really. But I'm recording this because I'm very shocked, and to my astonishment, it's like, my God, is this really our government? Is this really the Department of Justice that I speak highly about it, that I praise them, and I'm really like looking forward to feed them information about fraud. And yeah, they did a great job. The men and women in the fraud department, they do a great job. Don't get me wrong. But if when it comes to the in-house, I think we have a problem there, and I don't think that it is because of these men and women, but maybe from the superior. We don't know. Just like that one pharmacist, I cannot repeat it enough. I was kind of mad when he say that too. He say, Chị Loan. I mean, he actually speaking Vietnamese to me. It's like, well, he said Chị Loan in Vietnamese. That's my name. But other than that, he speak English. He said if the second rank in authority doesn't care about the health insurance fraud, why are you stressing yourself so much for it? Um, now it's ring true. They want us to report it, but they will do something if it's not within their family. But if it is within the family, I think they probably have to get the approval from the somebody. And this is where the danger is. If you're looking back, just go to Google President Trump or President Biden, the support, financial support, you will see nothing but health care industry. So when it comes to these situations, who do you think will stand up for you and I? Before the corporation, I think the president is obligated to stand up for them, the corporation, more than for you and I. Uh, think about it. Mr. Bloomberg did not spend over, actually more than $1 billion, many $1 billion, even though after he lost the race to support President Biden. Why? He got his Paris deal back. I mean, they're all tied into business. Uh, what will work out for me later, because even they put in a couple of bills, they know they're going to make more than a couple of bills later if that individual won the election. So, with that being said, I'm not saying it's a bad thing or a negative thing, but I'm just saying that um, very clearly with politics, as long as corporate money involved in it, we the people are just the puppets. And there are a selective few that know exactly who they want, what they want, how they want it. So even though they use us as the voice, it doesn't matter. It's just bogus. Um, so this is why I'm totally, totally out. Don't care about politics, and I really don't care about support any of them. Because what's the point? I mean, uh, one thing I can tell you for sure, though, I am frustrated uh, with the fraud section. That seems like one administration after another talk about fighting greed and corruption, but you know what? It's the same old. I mean, there's still greed, there's still corruption. Look at HealthNet case right now. Look at my case. I am totally being abused. They put me under electronic surveillance, like I'm some kind of terrorist or whatever, for their observation. I guess, come to think of it, probably maybe I'm either one way too strong in supporting the Democrat or too strong supporting in the Republicans. But either way, I would like them to end the electronic surveillance. But I tell you the truth, I doubt it. I think they're going to keep me here until at least after the election of 2024, just to monitor my behavior. Or maybe they even put me away somewhere so until until the election is over. Um, but nevertheless, they are desperately want to remove me out of in-home support services because I know too much of the system, too much of what's going on, and it's really a shame. Um, you know, I can see already that Medicare PACE program is going to be in competition with in-home support services. I don't care what people say, it's going to happen. Mark my word. Uh, Cal Optima is sending out literatures and for people who have dual eligibility, which means if your parents has Medicare and Medi-Cal, um, they're gonna try to remove it and put under PACE program. Watch me, because I already received it for my sister. First thing I do to avoid fraud, tear that enrollment out, tear that card off. If you are a caregiver for your children with Down syndrome, with autism, or elderly parents, that you just don't have the heart to leave them at home, tear it out. They cannot force you yet. It's not a law to force you to sign up. So do not sign up. Do not sign up. Understand what are you getting involved with. And be careful with the Vietnamese. What I had learned about the Vietnamese, we are beautiful people, but when it comes to business, they can be very, very sneaky shit. Be careful. Just because they're social worker, that doesn't mean they have the interest for you. And also be careful with the kickbacks, because they may get paid from PACE Medicare program to recruit the patient to their enrollment for the kickback. So social service might give you social worker might give you a problem to kick you out of the program. Look what they did to me. They tried to blame on me violation on the time sheets. If I don't fight back, the second one, 90 days, the third one, I'm out pretty much the door, without them have to do any dirty work on me. So be careful with that. If you receive Cal Optima, or if you're in Los Angeles, you probably receive LA Healthcare. Read about PACE program. That is a perfect target for patients with Medicare and Medi-Cal with high hours. I mean, with lots of hours, like my sister, maximum hours. Chances are they want to remove those patients enrolled into Medicare PACE program. This is where the third party, the middleman, receive it. And this is the part I don't like about Democrat. The intention was always well, but there's always a sneaky in the middle man that who will eat a huge part of it, and at the end, the people who needed the service will be the one who got kicked out, like you and me, the caregiver. They say is they have this program to give us the benefit. By what that means is they don't want you to work for in-home support services. They want you to go to PACE program, enroll as a caregiver because you get paid there. The difference between that, they say you get benefits. Now, compared to their benefits versus now your income, you do not have to pay taxes if you are a live-in caregiver. So compare the income taxes versus the benefit, and now you actually become somebody else employee instead of your loved one employee. Okay, I might repeat this message in Vietnamese so the Vietnamese can hear it, understand it. But a lot of time, uh, I can feel it, I can sense it. Maybe they call me, I don't know, too much intuition, but it's very black and clear. Be careful about sexual harassment. They try to use that on my sister, on me, and I think this is why they actually cover their crime by the people they hire illegally install the hidden camera in our bathroom, and to cover up for their criminal activities, they reverted as I am like a predator, sexual harassment my sister, which is the lowest form of accusation. And if they ever brought that out there, I will make sure I chew them out to the core. Um, be careful about that because here's the fact. Once they claim you as a sexual predator and they have the judge, they have the people in there, they can just find you guilty just like that. Um, they can just take an innocent person and turn it into a criminal and convict you just like a piece of cake. Don't think they don't have the power to do so. They could easily do it with me. I mean, they have access to justice. They have access to, look how many people they have access to go against me. So, whatever you do, be careful with the sexual thing. If you are in charge of baiting your parents or your loved one or whatever, uh, if anybody start making that noises, then you better start documenting. The good thing about me, they've been watching me 6 years, so they need to show proof that I sexually harassed my sister. Because once they put you on that, you cannot even get any job. You have to register on the sex